What is up, guys? My name is Thomas, or Ghost to Awesome, and today I want to talk about the Walking Dead finale and the cliffhanger that everybody is talking about and everybody's upset about. I just want to give a fair spoiler warning before you start watching this video in case you haven't seen the finale or you haven't seen Season 6 of The Walking Dead yet. Click away from this video now, go watch the season, and come back to this video. But I want to talk about the finale episode and about the entrance of Negan and what it means for the story and the characters and the comic. Basically, I hate the way the season ended. Like, with a cliffhanger, with not knowing who is being, beat with a bat. And, I don't know, it's just a stupid way to end the episode, because there's all this momentum and build-up and energy from the intense scene leading up to it. It's like a 15-minute speech of Negan just, talking to all these people, and then it has this amazing climax, but you don't see who it is, and it takes a lot away from the scene, and it really frustrates me watching, and frustrates me like as a fan and somebody who knows like what happens in the comics and the impact that what happened in the comic was. So basically in the comics, Glenn is the one who gets killed by Lucille, and it's a big moment in the comics. It's issue 100. You see this new scary guy intimidating everyone. It's I think I read it was like a 12-page monologue or something. I haven't actually read the comic, but I know what happens because I feel like a lot of people know what happened. But yeah, it's I don't know. In the comics, issue 100 of the comics is called Something to Fear, and it's a great issue because at the end you see like Negan picking out who it is, and he chooses Glenn, pulls him out, and then that's the end of the page. You flip the page and you see that Glenn actually gets hit, because you think that something is going to happen to Negan or something's going to save them, but Glenn actually gets hit by Lucille and he dies. It's kind of shocking. The reason they did that in the comic is to kind of like show you that nobody's really safe no matter what you think, kind of. And Glenn was the most beloved character in the comic at the time, the same way kind of Daryl is in the show right now. Like, everybody loves him. And the way they did in the show, where they don't show who it is that dies, and the reason for that, they say, it's about Negan's entrance and not who actually gets killed, and that's not as important for the story at this point. But that's kind of, bullshit, because the great thing about the scene is like the shock value, because only people who don't read the comics and only have seen the show are going to be watching that scene, and then like he's about to kill somebody, and then you expect him to like get shot or something, but no, he just like continues beating on whoever he is beating on, and then he kills them. And it's it's an amazing moment, because it shocks you. You have no idea what to say or feel, and especially when it's a beloved character like Glenn was in the comics, or theoretically if he did choose Daryl in the show, it would be like everybody would be watching and like, oh, it's Daryl, he's safe, like Negan's gonna get ambushed or something, right? And then you see Daryl actually die, and then you have no idea. You feel like none of the characters are safe. It's an amazing way to show that anybody could die, really. And not showing who actually dies takes so much away from the scene, because when theoretically nobody dies and you wait 7 months for the season 7 premiere, nobody cares anymore. Nobody who saw the season finale cares who it was that died, and all the momentum from the scene just goes away. And when every single episode of season 6 has been, like, the entire plot has pretty much been leaked online days or a week or weeks before the episode actually comes out, there's no way that they're going to keep who got killed by Lucille secret for 7 months until the next season comes out, because it's going to be extremely obvious whenever they start filming which of the major characters aren't on set, like, at all. And they'll have a trailer for next season. I don't know how they're going to do that. Probably just show, like, Carol and Morgan a lot or something. I don't know. It's just frustrating to think about why they did this. And I mean, the reason the most probable reason they did this is because it gets people to watch the next season to see who it was that died. And it's stupid to sacrifice such an amazing moment in the comics that could have been translated very well onto the show for, views, for people to be watching your show. The problem is, like, if the entire episode was shitty and, Jeffrey Dean Morgan did a horrible job as Negan and it was boring, and then this cliffhanger happens, then, you don't care. It's fine, I guess, that, like, you don't know who died because there was no, like, you didn't care anyways. But the problem was that the entire episode was just, like, super intense when you just see, like, everybody in the RV just driving around and they see these saviors all the time. And there's this insane tension anytime they meet the saviors. And it's super intense. And every single time they run into one of these roadblocks, you feel like they're going to get ambushed or that there's going to be a firefight that breaks out. And being the season finale, if you haven't read the comics, you feel like somebody could very easily die at any time. And after all these roadblocks, they go on foot through the forest, and then they get captured, obviously. And it's just such an amazing build-up. And then, like, all the stuff with Carol and Morgan, in my opinion, wasn't super interesting. Whenever Carol and Morgan, like, were on screen, I was like, okay, fine, I don't really care. Carol's sad about killing people, just get back to the other people, like the main characters. I don't know, it just frustrates me so much because the build-up was amazing. Jeffrey Dean Morgan did an amazing job as Negan. The entire speech, like the monologue that he had building up to the batting or whatever, was super intense, and you felt like this guy is not to be messed with. And then at the end of the episode, you get this, like, brutal beating of, like, a beloved character that you care about, and you just don't know what to do. And then you have 7 months to be like, what is this guy going to do next? Which would have been an amazing cliffhanger. But instead, they went with this stupid ending because, for ratings, I guess, I don't know. It's so frustrating because the episode could have been, like, one of the best episodes of the season. It could have been perfect. But they messed it up. It's like one of the most memorable scenes from the comics, and they messed it up. I don't know. In conclusion, I am really just pissed about how they handled the whole scene, the whole episode, and I'm very disappointed in Scott Gimple and the showrunners and everybody responsible for how this episode ended. Anyways, that's it for this video, guys. I just wanted to make it quickly and talk about my thoughts on the season finale. Anyways, I'll see you guys. Bye.